Alright guys, welcome back to the Frugal Homestead. So, we haven't done a homestead vlog in a while. Thought we'd take the time today to show you guys what's going on here at the property and what we're working on. Now, in case you can't see, we had a nice snowstorm day before yesterday. Dropped about 8 to 10 inches of snow on us. So I spent most of yesterday cleaning off the solar panels up there, kind of digging out the driveway so my wife could get out to go to work today, and digging a path back to the apartment and back to the wood burner and the wood burner building. Now, with the weather being like this, can't get a whole lot done outside, so I've been working on the apartment. Now, first thing this morning, got to get out here, fill the outdoor wood burner so that my dogs don't freeze in the house, and then I'm going to take you guys out, show you the apartment, tell you what's going on with it, and show you where we're at with the renovations out there. Kind of warm in here. I don't really want to leave, but let's get down here to the apartment. We'll show you what we've been working on and what we're designing out for the future. Alright guys, welcome to our little studio apartment here. Built on the back of the garage. This little sucker was nothing but a little 3-season, one of them aluminum rooms. Literally the walls are 4 inches of foam with aluminum sheet metal on each side, connected in panels. Bought the whole thing for like, I think 150 bucks. It was used. And then we got the flooring and everything for that was used. It had been tore out from a commercial building, plywood and all. So in all, we only have $2,500 in this apartment. For example, the decking here, that was a deck from our old house over at my dad's. So this thing is a literal as cheap as you can possibly go, free material. I mean, just as cheap as it can get. That said, that makes issues of its own. Now this was where Missy's dad lived for a short period of time before he passed. So it kind of holds a special place in both mine and my wife's heart. But that said, you know, those years that we got with him can never be replaced, and probably is the one thing in our mind that makes this whole apartment worthwhile if we never do nothing with it again. So that said, we are on a journey to try and improve the property, possibly provide some passive income here to where we can rent this, or maybe if we ever plan on looking at our property value and using that in some aspect, this being finished a little bit nicer will improve the value of our home. So with that said, what we've been doing lately here is this thing with the 4 inches of foam insulation is not the best insulated thing. So I went around and I put studding up on all the walls with furring strips. Then I put some R16 insulation all through it. Wait, R13, I'm sorry. R13 insulation all the way through it. Covered up with plastic and then drywalled it. Now, because of how some parts had windows in it, because this was a 3-season room, so it was full of windows, we replaced some of the windows with Pella windows, the cheaper versions. Those windows actually came off of a job site where they were incorrectly ordered and the outside edges were damaged, so basically I got them for almost free. So that's nice. This is a crank out. This is a standard push-up window, which allows for an air conditioner to be put in. This does not have a furnace, does not have an actual heat source, other than a large electric heater in the wall there. Currently using a kerosene heater when we're trying to work on the place, just to keep it warm in here, which makes for its own issues when trying to do drywall. But I got this drywall from various job sites, and I had some left over from where I did the kids' apartment over on the house, so that didn't cost anything. This is the back wall of the garage, and this is medical grade insulation and drywall combo. So basically, this has a vinyl covering over a sheet of drywall, 2.5 inches of foam insulation inside, and then another piece of drywall with another piece of drywall and vinyl coated. So it's washable. We're gonna end up having to paint it though, because it's finally stained up so bad. But that gives us insulation from the garage side. Now, I am not gonna take you up in there, but that's the bathroom. It's basically done. The only thing that has to be done is the shower head has to be put on. I've already finished all the electric and the switches in there, but the cover needs put on the fan. And then the stair, I gotta build a stair down here at the bottom, and I've got to cover the stairs with something. I haven't decided what yet. The kitchenette has a flat top cooktop I got for free. The cabinets were free. The countertop was free. None of them are real nice. We're gonna do painting the cabinets, and then I don't know what we're gonna do about the countertop. But the downfall of this place is it's got a big wash basin sink in here. See if we can get that on camera. So you actually have to go up the steps to do your dishes. That kind of sucks. Now there is room in there to add a washer and dryer if you wanted, but it would have to be stackable apartment size. Now I do plan on putting in a heat pump system, a through the wall heat pump system, if we end up keeping this long term. But right now, I've just been trying to get it to where it's ready to go. Now come over here. Then here is the closet. I'm putting in all new electric. And basically, I've got all the drywall done and sanded. Now be clear, I do better than most homeowners do with drywall, but I am not a drywall guy. Not in any way, shape, or form. I don't try to be, all right? Now, one thing I haven't mentioned yet, and some people will ask about, that's why I'm gonna go off about, this is a heating duct. It's covered up. This is a return air. This goes to another dock of wood burner I have over my garage. So, if, for say, I wanted to have somebody in here and say either the power went out or the heater went bad, I would be able to fire up that wood burner over there and it would blow heat in here and warm it up. That was the original concept when Missy's dad lived here, and it just was something we set up for him as a backup plan. Now, I have a long way to go in here. We got carpet to do, we got painting and primer, we got all new lights need done, and all this wiring needs put in conduit. I gotta finish the box, a lot of other things. So today, I need to heat this place up, I need to get the primer out, get the whole thing primed, and then hopefully the whole thing painted over the next day or so. That way we can move on to tons and tons and tons of trim work, get that all set up, and then start the process of doing the flooring and caulking. And then we go outside, because that's a whole nother job. We need to finish the siding, which also has fan fold insulation behind it. I need to put a corner on back there, and then come down here. Whoa! I need to underpin the whole thing, and then if you look up here, I need to finish the edges of the roof line. I'm gonna bend brake metal, put over it, and then cap it with roofing metal corner. So that should finish all that out. A little bit of brake metal on the front and a small gutter. and we should be good to go. But for now, it is getting cold out, and I'm letting the temperature drop by having the door open to get some extra light inside. So I will have to let you guys watch in time lapse as I go ahead and hit priming this thing once it gets warmed up. Okay guys, so we got the main room here painted. It's amazing how much a place smells better and just looks better with a coat of primer on it. It just looks clean, smells like it's just like new construction. That said, I've got a whole bunch of cutting to do and rolling in small areas in the kitchen. Now in the closet, it's pretty much getting trimmed out. So I'm just gonna roll it, I'm not gonna cut anything, and then we'll just trim it out later. I need to actually add a lot of wood in there with trim on the seams, and that'll give me more places to kind of hang shelving and get it set up. Now, if you notice, I did not paint the soffit up there. It needs a bunch of caulking done with a Ultraflex caulking because that's where it connects to the soffit of the garage, and that has a move point, it heaves there. So whenever you have a point where two buildings come together, if you're gonna connect it up, you need to get a paintable Ultraflex caulk or a caulk that can stretch and move a little bit, because as it freezes and thaws, since this is built on posts, it will move and heave. So we'll caulk that, and I'm gonna paint it the trim color, which is gonna be just a white. The whole room is gonna be a Sahara sand with a white trim. And that will kind of give it the impression that the room is bigger than it is. It'll kind of block it out up there. And being that it looks like trim, it'll pull away from the eye because the eye will want to go to the darker color in this form, which is the Sahara sand. So I'll get this all primed in, probably bring you guys back when I do some painting, and then of course we will bring you back and do a video on it once all the color is solid and everything's kind of trimmed out and looking better. So we appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, please go down, hit the notification bell so you can see all these upcoming videos and be able to check out what this low budget, even the paint's low budget apartment build is gonna turn out looking like, and what it's gonna happen to it in the future even. But if you haven't already joined the family, go down, subscribe so you can see all of our upcoming content, from anything from how we're working on early retirement, eating healthy, living healthy on a budget, or anything else we get into. So with that, please go down and hit a like on the video. It really helps get this video in front of more eyes, and we will see you in the next one. Man, it smells good in here.